My name is Adam Goodie. I'm a professor of psychology and director of the Center for Gambling Research in the Owens Institute for Behavioral Research. I got my bachelor's degree in psychology at Washington University and then my Ph.D. at the University of California, San Diego, and then went on to a postdoctoral fellowship at the Max Planck Institute, first in Munich and then Berlin. After my postdoctoral fellowship, I came straight to UGA in 1998, and I've been here ever since. I study the psychology of judgment and decision-making. Sometimes I look at basic decision-making processes. Sometimes I apply it to topics such as gambling, which is how I got involved in the Center for Gambling Research, and in topics like reactions to natural disasters. I am very fortunate to collaborate with all kinds of academics. There's a number of fields in psychology where I love collaborating with social and personality psychologists, especially on the personality side, to see what kinds of personality types are associated with what kinds of judgment and decision-making errors. I collaborate with clinical psychologists on the clinical issues related to pathological gambling in particular, which is now formally called gambling disorder. I collaborate with computer scientists and scholars of artificial intelligence and engineering to look at how psychological models of decision-making line up with and mutually complement computer-based models. Some of the projects I'm working on now involve a collaboration with a colleague in the Center for Family Research, looking at how gambling variables relate to other risk-taking and resilience-related variables in poor rural populations in Georgia. I'm also working with some folks on issues of how people respond to hurricanes and other climate disasters. So when Hurricanes Harvey and Irma hit in 2017, we're looking at among the people who were supposed to evacuate in Texas, Florida, and Georgia, if we can predict from people's cognitive biases who actually evacuated and who didn't. And maybe we can build that into a larger scale effort on how individuals and communities look at the broad-based decisions that they have to make about preparing for potential hurricanes and potential flooding, and individual and community decisions they have to make about that. The most exciting thing about psychology and the psychology of decision-making for me is the opportunity to collaborate with all these great people on all these exciting topics: basic decision-making, the theory of psychology, and all the applied stuff, helping people with mental illnesses, helping people with decisions relating to climate and weather. Everything, it seems, is related to psychology, and I have the privilege of being there to work with other folks who are expert in other areas to try to tap into some of that. Anybody who'd like to know more about me or my research, you can contact me by email at goodie@uga.edu. That's GOODIE @uga.edu.